All right, Greg Scott, a second time. Greg Scott, a second time.
Thank you, Tom and fellow Toastmasters. 1955, in fourth grade. How it reminds me. See Dick run. See Jane sing. See Spot jump. Wow. All those neat words now in that book. And yet Miss Sykes says, Greg, you need to improve. You need to keep focusing it because you're not getting it right. Well, a year later, 1955, or 1956, I'm still in fifth grade, getting better at seeing Jane run and watching Spot sit. And so I'm going on and staying in lunch hour while all my friends are outside playing baseball for lunch or running around and enjoying themselves. There I am with Miss Sykes, this strict old focused school teacher with these hourglass eyes looking through those glasses, working to make me learn how to be a better reader. Well, finally, when I finished that second year in fourth grade, she told me, she says, you know, Greg, it's tougher for some to learn, but Greg, you can find a way to learn, even if it's a second time. Even if it's a second time. Wow. Those are words that kind of stuck with me through my life. All the way through fifth grade to eighth grade, I was in the slow class or the learning class with more expert people trying to help you out. And then after high school, it was time for college. And in college, wow, I'm taking trigonometry, dendrology, a study of trees, etymology, study of insects, and surveying and achieving my AA degree in forestry. By the way, that was the era of the slide rule, which we used in all of our classes. Still, I had to struggle, though. I was still good at taking notes, copious notes, and having to study them and repeat them over and over to do well on my tests and do my homework. But then came Vietnam. After I'd been working with CAL FIRE for a while in the Division of Forestry, I went into the Air Force in the fire crash rescue. And I went to Chinook Air Force Base after basic training for their firefighting school. Now, you say a second time, wow. I aced every written and every practical test on every piece of equipment. I set new records at that school for achieving the learning ability. Hey, Miss Sykes, no second time this time. I got it. I must have found something that worked for me. Fighting fires. Then back with the Division of Forestry at that time, or Department of Forestry, number one in the basic fire control class. Dispatching class, number one. Fire management 1, 2, and 3, first in the class. Arson investigation, first in the class. Instructor at the academy. I guess when you find your niche and something becomes easy for you, it just seems that you learn it easier. And so I've always got back about what Miss Sykes was telling me. You know, Toastmasters as a district governor, our district 12 came in number 3, President distinguished that year. It wasn't first, but you know, working with a team of Toastmasters, hey, I was proud of that. A second time, in New Orleans in 1997, I lost a race for international director. But in 1998 in Palm Desert in District 12, I ran solo after winning 93% at the region and went on as a lone candidate for that. So a second time there. Also a second and third time as a cancer survivor. Those were tough times to go through. Often you felt alone, but with friends it made it a little bit easier. But as Miss Sykes says, you find a way. Then came October 10th, 2015. As I picked up the phone as my granddaughter, Alicia, Mom has died. I said, what? She was murdered. She was shot in Torrance, California. My world fell to pieces. My little sweetheart. You see, At 2 years old, I was adopted. I was given a home, a second chance as an adopted kid. And I did the same thing for Tina. I adopted her at a young age and gave her a second chance. And so she was, in a way, very, very special to me. She always called me Papa and said I was her guardian angel, that I cared for her. I helped her through school. I helped her learn good financial practices. And she became a mother with three grandkids that I enjoy. So when I look at these things, I said to myself, Miss Sykes, how do I get a second chance when I lost my sweetheart, my daughter, somebody so in my heart? My world is busted. How do I deal with a second chance? And so when I think about that, folks, I love my daughter, and Miss Sykes always says you can find a way. I find a way to let the good things that she shared with me live through me, and I hope that it broadcasts out to folks like that. So I share with you, don't wait for a second chance. Go home and tell your kids how much you love them. I did, and I told my daughter Tina how much I loved her. Don't let another second go by without that second chance. Back to you, Tom.